Episode 3! Woohoo! Welcome back, everyone. Of course, this is Sam with The Sam Show, and we've got, of course, what else but another banging episode for you today. So, the third one, something's going to be talking about today. The new Sidemen documentary that came out, just released on Netflix, I think about like a few weeks ago, but I gave that a watch over the weekend, and, you know, some big talking points out of it, and it's like really interesting to get a good insight of it. And then something that I call business bros. Yeah, business bros. So, we'll definitely be going into them. I'll be telling you what they are. And again, the returning segment, the top 5 moments of the week. So yeah, here we are. We're back for the third episode. Who thought we'd get this far, eh? Who thought we'd get this far? But let's get straight stuck into it. So, the new Sidemen documentary, eh? Well, I'll tell you what, I'll give you my view. I think it was really good. It was really enjoyable. I did enjoy it quite a lot, but I'll give you the basic rundown of it. So, released on Netflix recently, like I said before, it's about an hour and 30 minutes long, and it's just like, it's essentially just all about, well, Sidemen, how they developed from like, I think it was around like 2012 all the way up until 2024, and like what they are now, which is essentially they're a business, because they have like, it's not just YouTube they do now, they're basically like a massive media group, and to be fair, it really does show their like the change that they've gone through, and they do obviously go through each individual story of each person. And I do really like Ethan and Harry's story. I think what happened to Ethan and where he came from. Well, maybe not where he came from, was like background wise, wasn't like slumming it or whatever, but like, you know, obviously he had the problems where he was like overweight, and then, you know, the bullying of that, but he overcame that, and look at him now, he's doing great. And Harry, he was just like a hard grafter, absolute hard grafter. So yeah, started off by, you know, it had a little segment to start with Mr. Beast, you know, the almighty of YouTube. Is like the second most subscribed channel on there or something, and it started off then with a video. They were creating one in like this massive warehouse set, and it looked like it cost a fortune. Honestly, what the Sidemen used to do, I was just used to them like, do you remember, if anyone remembers like them playing pro clubs or just like Among Us during lockdown, but now they're renting out these huge warehouses where they're like building like these like Kateshi castles looking type thing. If you know, you know. But honest to God, like they're absolutely huge. But so you find out the root of it. You know, Zerka, Toby, KSI, Mini Minter, they were all the ones that like they started it. They were like the core 4, and look, they're absolutely minted as well. Like when it goes and develops later on, where it shows like it's more modern day Sidemen. Oh my goodness me. They make stupid amounts of money. It is absolutely crazy. They were doing this part where they went out to LA on a trip, and it was obviously to meet like Logan Paul and whatever, then like, because obviously KSI's connection with them because of Prime. But they went over there and they were expecting it because they can get away with it in England, because over there they know if you're a celebrity. In England it isn't really like it, and it's weird because they're the Sidemen, they're like one of the biggest English YouTube groups, but no one knows them. Like they're treated differently here compared to over there. So they said like, they mentioned like a price of like how much they spent on a trip to LA, and this included, you know, renting stuff out, and it was like 500 grand, which, like, to be fair, depending on the duration of time they were out there, might be quite good. But if it's like 500 grand just for like, you know, cost of production stuff, wow. I mean, in all fairness, you go into LA, like they were complaining like, oh yeah, no, they proper do you over here, they properly make you pay for stuff, and it's like, yeah, because you're in LA. LA is literally it's Hollywood. Hollywood, it's the capital of expensiveness. Like, have you seen the houses that are there? It's full of celebrities. Everything's gonna be expensive. Like, I've been to LA before, and it's a bit of like a, you know, it's a really overrated place. Like, you got Beverly Hills, which is nice, and then, you know, you go into the town, and it progressively gets like worse, because obviously you got like your suburbs around LA where, you know, it can be quite bad. But, you know, LA's not all that unless you're like really, really rich. Like the other side, like, because there's a massive mountain, and once you go onto the other side of that, like, that's where all like the studios are and stuff. and that side looks really nice, but 500 grand. What that thing is though, you think about what you could do for 500 grand, and that was just a Sidemen going out to LA for like a week just to do like recording. That could have done it like England for like a fifth of the price, maybe probably even less than 100k. 100k is still a stupid amount to be use it like to create a video for. That is crazy amounts, but yeah, and then obviously it shows them when they like become famous, and I think as every young person does, they do tend to just like splash loads of money on like dead random and pointless things. Like, for example, I forgot who bought it, but someone bought a gold PlayStation. Like, obviously KSI's purple Lamborghini when Rotashaw Harry got his Lamborghini as well, his first one. And then like those 50 grand shoes, and you've guaranteed to have seen them. It's those ones that are like, they're kind of like Back to the Future, and you put them on and they lace themselves like the Nike Air Max something. But yeah, it was like Mini Minter bought them for 30 grand or something. And it's crazy. Like the amount that you do for that much, 30 grand for a pair of shoes, gold encrusted PlayStations and Lamborghinis. Like, in all fairness, like if I was 13 years old and had that money, that is probably 100%. That is 100% what I'd invested. I definitely would. Well, not even investment. That's just throwing your money away. Then I get told off by my parents for doing it, honestly. And then I tell you what, the big talking point: diss tracks. Oh my goodness. This is a key moment in UK pop culture. The Sidemen diss tracks. Now, if you remember them, it all started when KSI left. What would he been in at the time? What would I have been in at the time? Maybe like primary school, high school. But yeah, KSI left, and oh my goodness me. Oh, it was horror. It was horror. KSI was like, I'm now leaving the Sidemen. And it sparked into mass amounts of diss tracks being laid out. I think KSI started his first, and then everyone else jumped in on the trend. And honest to God, I think to this day, this is my opinion on it, I think it was the fakest thing ever. Because look at them now, they're all best mates. And some of the stuff that they said in those diss tracks were pretty personal. And I feel like they still put on the act that they did. Like, because the act that they did then now, because when they're talking about it in the interviews one-to-one, they're all saying like, I hated everyone at the time. Like, KSI was like, I left because of Ethan. No, you didn't, mate. You left because you wanted to make a stupid amount of money. And that's kind of the gist I got from it, because Vic Star seems to be like the businessman of things, and he basically said it made him a load of money. And that, I feel like that kind of backs up the point where it was, this might be a little bit fake and not like entirely true, because like if you're doing that, you're beefing. Like the stuff that they were throwing about and said, you wouldn't be mates with him again. But like, obviously, it made him so much money. It would have made him so much money and got them loads of exposure as well. Like, everyone knew about it. But yeah, personally, like, you guys probably might feel the same, but you might feel different depending on what you think. It was just to make loads of money. It was to make loads and loads of money. But also, one thing that surprised me about this whole documentary, JME. Well, I don't stay that much up to date with Sidemen, all right? But JME just appeared out of nowhere on the thing, and I was like, it said 8th honorary member of the Sidemen, and it was like, what's JME doing there? Who's he mates with to get in on the Sidemen? It was crazy. I couldn't fathom it. I was like, what's JME doing? He's supposed to be singing drill, not playing Among Us with the Sidemen. But yeah, to be fair, he seemed like a sound guy. They all come across pretty well. The only person that I'd say, Vic Star kind of comes across as a businessman, which in all fairness, I can kind of understand, because they've got to make money somehow. These guys are like, they're coming on 30 now. Wow, that is weird to say. That is such a weird thing to say. They're coming on 30. Oh, where's the time gone? But yeah, they're coming on 30 and they've got to make money somehow, to be fair. But Vic Star kind of comes out of the business, so he's like, yeah, this video made us loads of money. The reason why we did this, we wanted to go viral and make loads of money and loads of views, which is understandable. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it makes a viewer feel like, why is this really your passion? It does come across at it, but like it just makes you question it. And I thought that it just clashed a lot because you had them at the start going like, "This is what we always love to do." It was amazing, but then you got some people, some of them who were just like, "Yeah, we created loads of money off this," and it just didn't kind of sit well with me. And then also one thing that came across was there are such a thing as Sidemen Sunday diehards. I didn't think about this, but they followed a Sidemen like they follow a football team. So when they were at the charity match, they were like interviewing a few like fans and stuff. And there was like this family or like these two people that came and said like, "Oh yeah, we we order a takeaway, we sit down and we watch the new Sidemen Sunday videos." And to be fair, these videos are about 2 hours long. And I personally, I've never watched the Sidemen Sunday videos. I'm not that big into them, but it was really interesting to see what other people thought. And like, honestly, it baffled me that there were Sidemen Sunday diehards. I just can't think of sitting down with your family or sitting down with a friend, like taking time out of your Sunday and go like, "Oi, do you want to come round, get a takeaway and watch Sidemen Sunday?" And it's clearly a thing because there was multiple people that did this. There was multiple people that did this. It wasn't just only like one couple. It was a lot of people. But yeah, it was, look, the Sidemen documentary, I did think it was good. Like I said at the beginning, it's pretty good. I'd definitely give it a watch if you have Netflix. Look, if you don't have it, tough luck. But yeah, I'd 100% give it a watch. In my opinion, the Sidemen look good. I do really like them. They are an enjoyable bunch. They're a likable group as well. That's the good thing. So, business bros. What are they? What do they do? And you know, what do I mean when I talk about business bros? So I just want to give you just have a listen of this, all right? Have a listen of this.
A few more hours playing Fortnite. Yeah, good. I need people to wash my cars. While you are getting drunk and going to parties, I'm actually working on my businesses. And in a couple of months, when you're gonna see me in Dubai and living my dream life, you're just gonna call me lucky and hate. Just watch.
Yeah, that's right. So if you can probably guess the age of that kid or man, it depends it depends what you think a voice sounds like. But if you listen to that, you know, you're thinking that's a 13-year-old kid, and he's the one who's telling you to get off games and, you know, start investing on business. And just listen to another one. It's gold.
It's 6:43 a.m. right now on a Sunday morning. Everyone I know is just in their bed, cozy, sleeping, and I'm just here working on my new theme pages. But watch, in 2 or 3 months, I'll have 100,000 subscribers. That's right. I'll have a YouTube silver play button in 2 or 3 months. And I keep telling that to people and they don't believe me. But just wait and see, guys. Just watch me.
Look, do you know what? Fair enough. I can look, my view on this is that I understand the grind. I understand that people want to make money. But the problem that I have with it is it's these 13-year-old kids that are doing it. And I think it stems, like, it's a bit crazy because, like, they're the ones that are telling you to, oh yeah, get off your Xbox. Don't spend time with your friends. You got to grind. And it's like, everyone's down me. I'm going to be moving to... the funniest part, man, is when they say, like, oh yeah, I'm going to be moving to Dubai in like 3 months. Lad, you can't even legally buy a home, I'm pretty sure. I'll need to update myself on the rules of purchasing houses over here. But I don't even think you could buy a house by yourself or rent somewhere. So what makes you think you're going to go to Dubai? It just baffles me. And especially, like, looking at it, these guys are like 13 and 12 years old, and they're telling you to do this. Mate, when I was 12 or 13-year-olds, I would have loved to have sit down and played Fortnite for like 9 hours a day. Honest to God, I would have killed for that. But these ones, they're in the absolute business mindset. Do you know what? Fair enough if they're doing well for themselves, because I can really respect that. But honest to God, like, they're absolutely all over my social media page. Like, when I go onto Instagram Reels or TikTok, I'll, like, come across, like, a nice little strand of business bros, I like to call them. And they're always there. You know, you get your 15-year-olds that are just like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be moving to Dubai in the next few months. No, you're not, mate. Like, okay, fair enough. I wish you well in your social media agency and stuff, but realistically, you're not going to be moving away. And I just think, like, you shouldn't be living your childhood like that, because it's the only time where you have where you got loads of freedom and stuff. Just go mess around, go to the park, go meet your mates, go party. Why? And it's obviously fake. I'm sorry, but there's no way this kid is up at 6:30 in the morning, recording this video, posting it to social media, and the businesses might be true. The businesses could very be true, but look, man, you're not up at 6:30. You're not staying up all night on a Sunday morning. Lad, go get some rest. Like, listen to another one. I've got 4 here, and mate, honest to God, they're absolutely gold.
Currently 5 a.m. I've been up all night working on my new businesses. In a few months from now, I'm going to be moving to Dubai. I'm going to be living my life, follow for the journey.
What is the obsession with Dubai? Honestly, what is the obsession with Dubai? They all want to go there. Like, I understand people think it's like it's the business center of the world, and that's where you make your most money. That's where you make your links. But why do they all want to move to Dubai? Stay here. Like, help us. Like, it's in 40-degree heat. Why on earth would you want to move there? You only want to move there purely for the fact that you see videos of people, like the sheikhs and stuff, and they're massive, like they're stepping out of their Lamborghinis at the petrol stations in their huge gowns or whatever, and they're making an absolute fortune. They're paying 50p per litre for their petrol, and they're living their life. They're staring at the Burj Khalifa. Oh, look. If they want to move to Dubai, I'm never going to stand in the way of someone's dreams. Look. I'm doing this. You see what I mean? I'm doing this. I'm not going to stand in the way of your dreams. If you want to move to Dubai, go move to Dubai. Here's another one.
Go to school, go to college, get a job, save money on that job, and then when you're finally old enough, maybe you'll have paradise. Guess what? It's not paradise when you're 65. Escape the system. Get rich while you can use it. Follow me for more tips like this.
And that's what they all say. Escape the system. Escape the system. Escape the matrix. You know, there's this one guy that I saw, and he calls school the matrix. And it's like, why are you talking that bad about going to school? Don't get me wrong. We all complained about school. Like, no matter what age you are, when we were in school, did we really want to go to school? No, we didn't. And yeah, it's just, I think they just need to go to school. Then maybe when they turn 18 and have that bit of control to not stay in education, then they can go and do that. But it's amazing because I'm yet to see someone who's an adult do this. But usually when they're an adult, they're really stupid and they're relatively annoying. And they always sell a course, don't they? They love a good course. They love a good course, like Amazon dropship or something. Like, they love a course. You pay 20 quid a month and you get put onto some Discord server, like a video chat server, a group chat, and they tell you what to buy and not what to buy. Honestly, it really does, like, blow my mind. And the fact that they end up, like, spewing out all these videos, get these viewerships, because I tell you what, like, but where my respect lies to them, these guys get in 60k views, like, per video, and then they have, like, 60k followers as well. And do you know what? Fair, like, respect, applaud. Because respect where it's due. Like, fair play, lad. You got a large follower base, and you know, if they're buying your course, so they can see how to, like, buy and sell on Amazon. Tell you what, they might not be doing too bad for themselves. But yeah, I might do it myself. Should I do it myself, guys? I think it'd be really good. Should I force everyone to do podcasts? Guys, do podcasts. It's a new way forward. Right, so it's this moment of the show. Top 5 moments of the week. My top 5. Not anyone else's. My top 5. The Sam Show's top 5 moments of the week. I tell you what, there's been some fun stuff going around, so let's just get stuck straight into it. So, first off, Mark Zuckerberg at the UFC. That man amazes me because I'm convinced he's not real. He is not a real living being. He looks like an alien. And there's like videos of him where he looks all weird, doesn't he? And then if you know the video, it was so funny. He was doing like a Facebook live stream ages ago. And he was just kept like banging on about Sweet Baby Ray's. He was just like, we're smoking meats. Got my Sweet Baby Ray's here. Sweet Baby Ray's. Oh, and to be fair, I've tried Sweet Baby Ray's. Absolutely banging barbecue sauce. Definitely go check it out. Little plug there for them. But yeah, so UFC 298 happened recently, I think it was. And he was on Volkanovski's team, I'm pretty sure, which is like, he's one of the best UFC fighters, even though he did get murked. But Mark Zuckerberg was there. He was on the team, and there was this little bit where the team were kind of standing around. They were like passing equipment and stuff, and he was stood in between these two guys. Find the video yourself. It'll be on Twitter. It'll be on TikTok. Just search in Mark Zuckerberg UFC, and I guarantee you'll find it. It is the most awkward thing ever. I got secondhand embarrassment from watching it. It's just him standing in between these two guys, and they keep passing the like equipment and stuff, and he's just there, and it's like he's grabbing out to go help. He's grabbing out to help out, and he just keeps going away, and he just keeps patting himself down and brushing himself, like trying to look normal. He's like there looking, patting his legs and stuff, like pretending trying to grab these things, and he just doesn't get it. Just watch it. You'll get second-hand embarrassment from it. It is absolutely gold. He's the gift that keeps on giving. Mark Zuckerberg, man. Like he loves everything. I do like him. He's just a bit of a character, isn't he? And another thing. So we've got to go to the next top moment of the week. So there's this lad, and yeah. I can't get my head around this. So, just listen to this.
Right, so, how about this? I was scrolling through my messages the other night, and Henry here dropped me a DM, and he said he wants to walk to Ibiza. Would I support him? And obviously, I'm thinking this guy's crazy. He's going to walk from Manchester to Ibiza. He's already walked from where?
I walked from Macclesfield, my hometown in Cheshire, to Paris in France. It took me 3 weeks, non-stop.
And why do you want to walk to Ibiza?
I've never been to Ibiza before. To be honest, I can't afford the flight.
So you're going to walk?
Yeah, I'm going to walk it, yeah.
Good lad. And how long is it going to take you?
It should take me 60 days, doing a marathon every day, non-stop.
26 miles a day?
26 miles a day.
For 60 days?
Yeah, that's correct.
And that will arrive you into Ibiza town?
Yeah.
Where I'm going to get a group of people, because he's going to arrive the day before the official opening party of Ocean Beach on the 2nd of May, because the opening is on the 3rd. And we're going to get a group of us on the 2nd to meet him and walk the final walk back to Ocean with the man like Henry. What do you reckon?
Yeah, cheers.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Right, yeah. So, what you just listened to there was Wayne Lineker. It was Wayne Lineker with this lad in his gaff. And this lad, as you heard in the little clip there, he is going to be walking to Ibiza. And so logistically, this seems like an absolute nightmare because one, Ibiza is over water. So obviously, if he gets his God shoes on and walks over the water, then fair play. But he's going to get a ferry. And look, think of it like business mind on here. Sam show business minds here. Surely, now hear me out on this. This is a big statement. Surely, yeah, you're listening. It will cost more to walk than get a flight. Might just be a little bit of a controversial statement there, but I think it might take longer. Oh, no, not longer. Well, it will. I mean, of course it's going to take longer to walk. It's a marathon a day. But surely it's going to be more expensive because when you take into account, this guy's going to have to buy food along this walk unless he's like starving himself, which is, it's guaranteed death, isn't it? If he starves himself whilst walking to Ibiza. So he's got to buy himself food. He's got to get himself drink as well. And where's he staying? Where's he staying? This is a logistical nightmare. God, I sound like that one person at school, like, like safeguarding person at school where it's like, this isn't going to work. We're endangering the kids. And to be fair, it is. Like, surely it will cost more. And he's saying, yeah, I can't afford the flight. Is it? Do you know what? If you get sponsored, then fair enough. But, like, let's be honest, it's not going to be raising it for a charity, yeah? He's going to be raising it for his own funds for this walk. Because, like, when you look as well, a flight to Ibiza isn't, like, it's expensive in, like, it's relatively expensive, but compared to other flights, it's not. It's about, like, you can get it for, like, 100, especially at that time of year. And that's return. And surely you think, just do that, mate. Just bite the bullet, pay the 100 quid. What a tight bugger. Honestly. And his point is, he's walked to Paris. That's a little bit different. I mean, do you know what? Fair play. Fair play. You've walked to Paris. I haven't, so I don't really have a leg to stand on here. But Ibiza's a little bit far. And do you know what, Wayne Lineker? Hey, he's going to be on Ocean Beach first day on the opening day, isn't he? Wayne Lineker, man, honestly. Only he would advocate something like this. If it was anyone else who was sensible, they'd be like, right, look, mate, let's just think about this for a second, all right? You are planning on walking to Ibiza. Ibiza, a literal island in the middle of the Mediterranean. This ain't gonna work. Just get the flight. Oh, tell you what, I just thought then, maybe he's scared of flying. That could be it. He could be scared of flying. Cracked it. I've cracked the code there. He's scared of flying, so he wants to walk. But even then, man, come on. Like, just, mate, 100 quid and pay for a flight, lad. I tell you what, coming off the back of that, some breaking news.
One of the biggest issues children and teachers grapple with every day is the impact of... See how frustrating that is. Almost 1/3 of secondary school pupils said their lessons were disrupted by phones. We know that they're a distraction in the classroom and cause bullying in schools. Many schools have already banned them, which has led to a safer and better learning environment for their students. Now, we're publishing new guidance so other schools have the support they need to do the same. We're making sure our children receive the education that they deserve.
I bet you didn't expect to hear his voice today on the Sam Show, did you? Oh, man. The banning phones in classrooms. This is a nightmare. Honestly, kids these days, you have it hard. Yeah, I'll admit you have it hard. Because you won't know. And this was a peak moment of high school. So Thursday, this is for you FIFA players out there. I'm sorry if you don't play FIFA, but they all really resonate with this. So picture this, guys. It's Thursday, 8:59 a.m. You wait until 9 o'clock. 9 strikes. You're in your first lesson, and you get onto the companion app, and you start opening packs, and you see if you can get someone mint. Oh, no, man, take me back. They were peak times, and also that the app pacey bits. I mean, people who don't do that. Who don't dabble in FIFA, I wish I could relate to something. What did you like to do? Scroll through TikToks mid-lesson, go on Instagram, you know. I just thought then, what does this mean? Kahoot's going to be banned? Kahoot you have to play on your mobile phone. If they ban Kahoot, I'm sorry, someone's got to step in. Like, there's got to be an article where they can just step in, turn into a dictatorship, like, quite briefly, and just go like, no, we're keeping Kahoot. And then just end straight away. That, like, I wonder if that means Kahoot will be banned. They can't do that. Kids, you don't know what you, like, if anyone's listening to this podcast and you're in high school, you don't know what you're going to be missing out on. Man, honest to God, that was prime time. That was prime time back in the day when you used to be able to go on your phones. I'm saying back in the day, it was like 4 years ago. When you used to be able to go on your phones, open packs, do whatever, scroll through TikTok. And don't get me wrong, I've given quite a few good reasons why they are distractions in classrooms. Rishi, I'm helping you support your point. But look, my opinion... Yeah, I know. I can kind of understand why, but at the same time, like, you just shouldn't be going on them anyway. There wasn't really a need to ban them in the classrooms. I feel like that should be up to the schools rather than someone in power like Rishi Sunak. I think he's got bigger things to be dealing with than people going on their phones in classrooms. And speaking of phones, so obviously radio shows do their call-ins. Radio 1 had a little bit of a moment. Give this a listen.
Hello?
Lewis!
I'm here.
You're here, but what? But you're here. But I've got a question. What time is it? Okay.
He got done, he got done with the classic moan. Oh, I tell you what, when you get done with one of those, it's absolutely insane, isn't it? I remember when you catch someone out with that, it's gold, especially when you're sat across in the room from them and you send them this video and you put it on dead low volume. The video's on dead low volume and then they turn it up, they put it to the ear. Then all of a sudden you have that moan sound play straight away and the reaction is absolutely priceless. That is brilliant. And it's the sigh. It's the sigh at the end. Like, I think it was Greg James at the time that was on. He knows he's been done there. And the producers know they've been done, honestly. And it was that one time. Seems to be a bit of a thing happening with the BBC, that moaning sound. It was a Match of the Day when someone... tell you what, brilliant bit of work from them, though. There's, like, huge respect to the person that did this. Put a phone behind the studio where they record it. And they played the moan sound through it. So when Match of the Day was broadcasting, when it was going to air, you could hear the moan sound in the background. And the presenters took note of it. You had Lineker on there, Ian Wright, Alan Shearer taking note of it. They were all trying not to laugh. They were just thinking, what is going on? Honestly, it is gold when that happens. Like, people in the comments on that tweet, because I caught the video from a tweet. People in the comments of that were just like, this is such a childish joke. Yeah, it is, and I'm absolutely here for it. Yeah. So this next moment of the week. So, picture the scene. You're in a nightclub in Sheffield, and the mosh pit opens up. You think, and you're ready to have everyone bouncing around in there, but no. Someone gets down on one knee, and this happens.
Congratulations! You're soon to be Mrs. and Mrs. Brandon. Oh my.
Right, what you just heard happen there was, if you guessed, someone getting down on one knee in the middle of a pit in a nightclub and proposing to their missus, and the missus saying yes to get married. You are correct. Oh, do you know what? I've seen it all doing this podcast. I've seen it all. Today we've had a lad that wants to walk to Ibiza, Rishi Sunak banning phones out there, moaning sounds on Radio 1, Mark Zuckerberg acting like an absolute freak. And now someone proposed in a nightclub in Sheffield. It is absolute gold, isn't it? Just, of all places, a nightclub in Sheffield. You could have done it in a bit more of a glamorous place. Like, maybe if you went to London and went to, like, one of the £100 entry places where it's really nice and you get, like, the drinks with, like, the fire coming out and stuff. Do you know what? Fair enough. I can respect that. But you're doing it in a nightclub in Sheffield. It's probably just some... Imagine that. You're on a student night. You just turn around and you just look in the corner and you see that pit open up, the guy on one knee with his missus, and... Oh, man, that'd be so wrong to see. And it stems through a load of other videos than that. There's that one where this lad, it's in London. I don't know what goes on down there, but in London, there was this fella who got down on one knee for his missus. Joe, guess where? I'll give you 5 seconds to guess where. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. If you guessed McDonald's, you would be correct. It's like next to the self-service like screen thing. And he's there gets down on one knee to this girl, and the girl absolutely loses her mind. It's brilliant, and it just makes me think of that nightclub one. But like, if you're a girl out there, what would be your reaction if your boyfriend proposed to you in a nightclub? Go away, think of that, maybe comment it or something, or just, say it to yourself now, say it to me, pretend I'm talking to you right now, I'm having a conversation with you, just say it now. What would your reaction be if someone proposed to you in the middle of a nightclub mosh pit? There it is, everyone, the end of episode 3. I have absolutely loved doing this one today. Hopefully you've enjoyed it just as much as I have. Hopefully you've started your day off right by listening to this, and it's absolutely made your day as well. And go on to have a good rest of your day as well. But thanks so much for listening, guys. Make sure to get on the socials if you're not already. Insta _Sam_show4. It's exactly the same on TikTok, the _Sam_show4, and on Twitter, the Sam Show 4. Make sure you're following all there. Join the conversation on Twitter. Get involved on social media. We'll make sure we're posting, or make sure I'm posting on there most of the week. Keep you engaged. Well, look, really enjoyed this one, guys. Make sure you're back next week as well. The exact same time, 6 a.m. release on Friday. Set a reminder. Do whatever possible to make you remember to listen to this next week at the exact same time. But look, have a good rest of your day, guys, and hopefully I will be hearing you, or you'll be hearing me more like, next week.